This is part one of the Horny Preacher. As some of you may know, I have been exposing the unacceptable behaviors of a Cleveland, Youngstown area married minister who has been put out of churches in those areas for having multiple relationships with female members for years. This is a warning to all women who attend churches in the Cleveland, Youngstown area. Look out for this man, Dr. Martin Freeman. I want you to listen to an audio of one of his victims who never knew he was a married man living in Youngstown with his wife, but worked and preached in the Cleveland area for the last few years. Listen.
He was in charge of all the new members that were joining. So he was the first face any new member had. So he knew all the single women, he knew married people, he knew everybody that came into the church. Long story short, he told me that he was really interested in me, and because of rumors and things that go on in the church, he wanted us to keep it on the down low. He was involved in golf, I was involved in golf, so we would go on golf outings. We went on I took him to a golf outing in Indiana one year, and everything was fine for about a year and a half, even though everything was on the down low. But I could tell other women in the church liked him, we would talk about it, but I kept going with it, thinking, okay, everything will be fine. Then all of a sudden, the next year when the golf tournament started to come up, another girl, single girl in the church, all of a sudden he had told about, she wanted us to ride down with her. And I'm thinking, no, this is our time to be alone. Why would you even share with her, much less give her the idea we were going to ride down together? I put up such a fuss about it. Believe it or not, all three of us drove down to Indiana separately in our own cars following each other. And we all stayed in the same hotel. She and I, the guy, when he went up to the counter, he told the guy, he said, I'd like to be, put them together on the same floor, but keep me further away from them or something. So he was further away and she and I were on the same floor, so we could keep tabs on each other, I guess. And then, by the time the weekend was over, she realized that I had been seeing him for a year and a half and that he had been playing her. By the time we got back 2 weeks later, he got kicked out of the church because somehow wind got to the point to the pastor about all these women, and then all these women came forward to the pastor telling him about all these different relationships he was having with all of them, and he never came back to the church again, and they told him if he came back, he would have to be monitored and someone had to be around him because they were afraid of the conversations he'd have with women. So he basically got kicked out of the church and hasn't been back since. So there was hundreds of women in our church that said they thought they were dating him and this, that, and the other.
Hundreds.
And he had all of us messed up.
Hundreds, she said.
Oh my goodness.
Hundreds.
Oh yeah. And then we found out that he did this in another church in Youngstown before he came to our church. So he has a history of doing this from church to church.
Where's, you know what church in Youngstown he did this at?
I can find out. I can't remember the name of it now, but I think it was the same church. I think he was still married at the time with his wife.
He's still, he not divorced.
I want to see everybody thought he was divorced. I've even been out to the house in Youngstown.
I know she went out there too, and the wife was in the house, but they're not divorced. I got the
Oh wow!
I got the marriage certificate. I had a marriage certificate. They're not divorced in that county because it would happen.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, so I've checked off.
Marriage license right here. You heard that, right? She's overwhelmed. She was with this man, not thinking he was married, that he was single. He was in the church. He was the members' minister. That was the first face that you saw when you came into the church. That's all I have to say right now on part one of the Horny Minister, Dr. Martin Freeman. I told you, dude, it's on and popping.